Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So with love, pain of love's world. If this is your first time of seeing this video, please subscribe, like and comment. To my returning subscribers, thank you for always staying with us. In today's video, I will be teaching you how to sew this beautiful BBL skirt with elastic band. If this is what you're interested in, please stay with us in this video. So guys, to cut this BBL skirt, you'll be making use of your lining and your materials. Now, I want my BBL skirt to have 3 steps. So what I'll be doing now, and the length of my skirt will be 18. Now, what I'll be doing, cut out the lining we'll be using for this skirt. I'll be making use of my length, which is 18. Now, because this skirt will be a 3-step skirt, I will divide that 18. Remember, 18 is my full length, my skirt length. Then I will divide 18 by 3, which will give me 6. Then I will minus 18 from that 6. 18, my full skirt length. 18 divided by 3 will give me 6. Then 18 minus 6 will give me 12. So the length of my lining will be 12. The length of my lining will be 12. The first step of the skirt will be placed here at the first edge, which is the waistline. Then the second step will be placed here. This line is for the second step of this skirt. Then this line here, the hemline of this lining, will be the last step of my skirt. Then when I place the last step of my skirt, you will notice that I will have my complete length, skirt length, which is 18. The next thing to do is to get the width of your lining. I'll be using my hip circumference, which is 39. Then that 39, I will be adding 17 inches to that 39. So this is my skirt length. So this is my hip circumference, which is 39 plus extra 7 inches. That will be the width of your lining. Remember, 12 inches will be the length of your lining, and your 39 hip circumference plus 17 inches will be the width of this lining. To cut out the length of the materials will be gathering. I used my hip circumference times 3. So the width of this my material is my hip circumference times 3. Then remember, when I divided my full length, my skirt full length, which is 18 by 3, I got 6. Now, the width of this my material, the one that I will be gathering, will be 6. But because I will be piping the hemline, I added 1.5 to the 6 inches, which will give me 7.5. So, the length of this material that I will be gathering, I used 7.5. Then the width, I used my hip circumference, which is 39. 39 times 3, that should be around 117 or so. Yeah. So I already cut out this. Now, what you'll be doing when you measure out your length for this material, which is 7.5, then your width, 39 times 3. When you cut it out, you'll be using this to cut yours. Remember, you can make yours 4 step, 3 step, or even a full long skirt, but this will be a short skirt, and mine will be a 3-step skirt. When you want yours to have 4 steps, you will be dividing that your length. If your length is 18, 15, 20, you'll be dividing that your length by that number of steps you want yours to be. Assuming you want yours to be 4 steps, I will be dividing 18 by 4. Assuming I want mine to have 5 steps, I will be dividing 18 by 5. That is how it is done. But for the sake of this tutorial, I will be using 3 steps. So, and the length of my skirt will be 18. So I will be dividing my 18 by 3. Hope you get me. Now, once you cut out the material that you will be gathering, you will use this material to cut the extra steps, the extra materials you'll be using for your skirt. So as you can see, I already cut mine out. So now, after that, the next thing you will be doing is going over to your sewing machine to gather this material. So now I'll go over to my machine to gather this material and come back. So guys, this is what you have after gathering your materials. This is what you have. It's either you gather or you can pleat. Just do anyone that is more easier for you. You get. So this is it. Now, after you must have gathered or pleated your materials, the next thing you will do is going over to your sewing machine to match this on the line. So if you want to do that, you will just leave 1 inch from here. Then this first step will be on this line here. That is the waistline. Remember to leave 1 inch before sewing on top. So you will place this one here down to the other edge. After doing so, you will bring this one. Now, instead of placing this one in this direction again, you will be flipping it like this. You will flip it like this flip it like this, leave your 1 inch, then you match it on this second line. Then for this last step will be the one here. Now I'll go back to my sewing machine to do so for you to really see what I meant. But remember, before you gather or you start pleating this, remember to first pipe the hem of your fabric. You will first pipe the hem of your fabric before you start gathering or before you start pleating. So now we'll go back to our sewing machine to join our fabric. So guys, I have sewn the first layer, which is like this, as you can see. Then the second layer, which is like this, you'll be sewing under. Then when you flip it, it will be like this. So I'll go over to sew the third layer. I'll be placing the third layer like this. Make sure to leave your 1 inch. I'll be placing the third layer this way. Then I'll top stitch on it. This is the first layer, which is the waistline. As you can see, this is how it should be. This is how it should be. Then the last one. Now to join this, you have to flip over to the wrong side. Make sure you are not holding the main material. This is the reason I told you to leave 1 inch before sewing. So draw this inside, hold the 2 linings. You'll be holding the 2 linings, then top stitch. Now, if you want to stitch this inner part, remember you flip this to the wrong side to hold the lining only. You stitch the lining only, thereby pushing these materials inside. Then you held the 2 lines to stitch the 2 lining. Then when you are done, you flip to the front. When you flip to the front, you'll be turning this like this. When you flip to the front, you hold this one, these two. You hold this one, then when you hold it, you top stitch on it. You flip to the next one. When you hold it, you top stitch on it. Flip to the last one. When you hold, top stitch on it. That is what you'll be doing. Then when you are done, this is how the skirt is looking for now. This is it. This is how the skirt is looking for now. When you are done, you will take all the measurements, this round measurement on your waist. You will take the round measurement on your waist. You'll be to cut your band. So let's take the measurement of this. Let's go ahead to take the waist measurement of this dress. We'll be using that to cut our band. So I'm trying to take my waist measurement around. Now I have 39. Then I'll go ahead and cut my band. The width will be 2.5 on fold. When you open it, you'll be having 5 inches, but on fold, you'll be having 2.5. Then the band will be 39. 39 is the measurement you took. 39 is the measurement you got from measuring the waist of the skirt. Then on fold 2.5. So I'll go ahead now and cut my band. So guys, I have my band of 2.5 inches here, as you this. Then I have this. This is 1.5. So I'll be going ahead now to attach this band on this waist. To attach this band to this waist. So this is the wrong side and this is the right side. So you will place the right side of this band to the wrong side of the skirt. You will place it this way. The right side of the band to the wrong side of the skirt. So when you place it, in the sense that when after attaching, when you will not flip the right side of this band to the right side of the skirt, then using 0.5 to stitch it. Just watch me do it. When you are done attaching this band to the skirt, you will now flip it. This is the way it's looking. This is the way it's looking. Now you will now flip this to the front of the skirt, fold in with 0.5 stitch on it. This is how it's looking. Turn to the right side of the skirt, fold in with 0.5, that's half an inch, then top stitch on it. Now this is how it's looking. This is how the band is looking. You can see that. This is how the band is looking. Now we'll be inserting our rubber band through this opening. This is where we'll insert our rubber band. Now before you insert your band, what I have here is 28. What I have in this rubber band is 28, which is my waist circumference. Then I'll be minusing 3 or 4 from my waist. So this is 28. I'll minus 3 or 4 from this band before inserting it. So when I must have done that, I will start inserting my band. So I will go through this opening. Then after inserting my rubber band, I will hold this like this, then place this on top of the other one, then I'll run a stitch here. This is what I have. Then I'll go ahead and insert this in, then fold this again and run a stitch on it. I don't know if you get me. This is how it is. I'll put this upper part in, then this down part I'll put it in again and run a stitch here. Can you see that our skirt is ready? You can see that, right? Our skirt is ready. So you can go ahead and weave all these rough parts that you have here. Go ahead and weave it. It will be the end of this tutorial. Make sure to iron your BBL skirt well.